guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Fitzgerald Hyundai in Clearwater, Florida, because guess what? We have a recently traded in special car. This is a 2019 Lexus LS500 F-Sport. But before we dive into this LS, let's talk about its history. Believe it or not, the LS has been around since 1990, if you could believe that. Lexus, that premium brand from Toyota, has been around since 1989. And even though it has not been around as long as, say, BMW or Audi or Mercedes, they really have laid the groundwork for a lineage of not only reliability, but also high-end luxury feel, fit, and finish. Now, with the F-Sport, it's not so much about extra performance, but it's about this sporty look, not only to the exterior, but also wait until we get to the interior of this Lexus. And really what I want to ask the question and try to help you answer, the answer is supposed to come from you, is this LS500 F-Sport a competitor to the Mercedes-Benz S-Series, to the BMW 7 Series, and then of course to something, say, like the Audi S8? But let's go ahead, dive into this Lexus LS500 F-Sport and see, really, is it the go-to for full-size luxury car style and performance? Right off the bat, the front end of the business, when you go F-Sport, you're gonna get a totally different front fascia. Now this one, you can see, has your LED headlights. I love the way they took the daytime running lamps and brought it into the housing. Everything one piece. I don't know if you remember, on the older generations, they actually had the daytime running lamp built into the front fascia, and it was separate from the headlight housing. So all LED. I love the way the daytime running lamp has that like finger effect to it. But turn signals, you do have your headlight washers that these would pop out and clean off your headlights for you. You drop down, we have actual functional air intakes on both corners. This is part of it being an F-Sport. Love the black chrome finish, a little bit of metallic gray, but the black chrome really helps separate it from the rest of the crowd. Now, as we come across that spindle grille design, this is something that when you see it, you automatically know it's a Lexus. And I know for some people it's a love-hate relationship. Some people love this open grille design, other people despise it and just want to cut their eyes out. But really nice, elegant flow to the grille. Functional with that Lexus badge in the center. On the F-Sport, you are going to have functional air intakes on both sides of the spindle grille, and that black chrome goes all the way around the perimeter of it. Really like that look. So wide, so low, and aggressive for a sedan, a luxury sedan. Now, when we get up onto the hood, some really nice, sexy things going on. Look at how the body lines go from the front fascia into the hood and then go right into those A-pillars. Let's take a little walk around the block here and take a look at what else this LS500 F-Sport is bringing to the table. Feast your eyes on these beautiful wheels. When I saw these, my jaw dropped. You can see that nice dark chrome finish. It's a 20-inch wheel, massive. Look at those calipers, 6-piston Brembo calipers with the Lexus branding on it, 2-piece rotors that are over 15 inches in diameter. So you can see how when you go F-Sport, you may not be getting extra horsepower, but you're definitely getting extra braking performance, and those wheels are to die for. I almost want to take one with me and just hang it on the wall in my room. That's how good it looks. As we go down the side fender, you do have just a nice little tasteful badge, that F-Sport badging. It would be awesome if this was an LSF car. That would be a whole different meaning, but the F-Sport does bring that style, and like I said, the bigger rotors, the bigger wheels, and all that other good stuff. Gloss black, little bit of chrome trim around the top and bottom. They brought it onto the door handles and even the dark chrome along the bottom there. I'm gonna zonk it. I wish they would have went dark chrome. I think that would have just made a more cohesive look to it and kind of blend it all together, at least for the F-Sport. You're gonna have that nice, large sunroof, and guess what? They blacked out the whole roof. Thank you, Lexus does listen. It's not like some of those other brands, those German brands, where they have it painted black here and then body matching color back at the rear of the roof. That doesn't make sense to me. Nice prominent belt line all the way down, then it kind of curves away. The length of this vehicle, it's about 10 miles long. It literally, they should have one of those like walk pads to help you walk a little quicker, to go from back to front. Speaking of the back, love this body line that they put into the trunk. A little bit of chrome. This is where I'm gonna zonk it once again. They should have went dark chrome. But if you notice, look at how they have this rose color clear over your backup lights and everything. Full LED LS500. We drop down, you have that nice metallic gray that they took from the front, they brought to the back, and you have the chrome treatment around your functional exhaust. On both sides, these are functional. There's exhaust right behind them, not like some of the other brands, and a very, very tasteful F-Sport badge just to top it all off. But why don't we pop the hood and see what's powering this LS500. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. If you like to not see anything when you pop the hood, you're gonna love this LS500. I'm gonna zonk it a little too crazy on the amount of plastic, and then the size of that engine cover does let you know that you have twin turbo power underneath all that plastic. And if you're wondering, well, what is it, Joe? It's a V6 twin turbocharged, 416 horsepower, 442 pound-feet of torque at a 3.5 liters. It's mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds, quarter mile in 13.4. Top speed is limited to 141 miles an hour. MPGs, 18 in the city, 22 on the highway, and this beast weighs in a tick under 5,000 pounds. It's actually 4,977 pounds. I think about 1,000 pounds comes from all this plastic. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for everything else, but I get it. If you pop the hood on a Bentley or a Rolls, you get the same kind of story when you look underneath the hood. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this LS500 and see if it makes any sound. All right, guys, we're inside the 2019 Lexus LS500 F-Sport. I know you're saying, well, Joe, how much is this one? It was recently traded in. Can I get a savings? It only has 7,400 miles, which in the world of Lexus is not even broken in. They have it marked here at Fitzgerald's Hyundai for $64,000. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, to the door panels, probably one of the sexiest door panels in the history of the automobile. Love the leather. Look at the door handle to open the door. Nice finish. The metal work, the white contrast stitching, the Alcantara, even the floating armrest, the way the armrest kind of extends from the door panel, really drop dead gorgeous. The pocket is a little small, no cup holder in there, so I am gonna zonk it, but you can put about a Whopper, maybe a Whopper and a cheeseburger. Now, when you get to the dash, soft material, love the design they put, all the elements, the silver trim. In the center here, you have over 12 inches. Think about that. You could finally say you have over 12 inches of infotainment display, navigation. You have your analog Lexus clock, which is very nice. And then let's take a look at what the backup camera looks like. So I'm gonna put it into reverse. There's our backup camera. It's a little grainy, and that is definitely gonna be a zonk, but it does have the trajectory. I just wish it was a little bit more clear, but you have your start stop button. You have all your AC controls. Let me show you how you get through this, and this is gonna be the zonk. The zonk is this trackpad here. So right in front of the shifter, which is gonna control the 10-speed automatic transmission, we have the Lexus trackpad. I hit menu, that's easy, but watch this. Let's say you want ventilated seats. You have to go all the way over to climate. You have to hit on climate. Then you gotta come all the way over to the seat and steering, and now I could turn on or off the ventilation. If you're driving down the road, and if you're able to do that while you're driving without crashing and dying, I wanna send you a trophy. Because right there, that is too much work to do while you're driving. You should be focusing on the road instead of playing around with this trackpad. But you do have heated and ventilated seats. You also have a CD player. So crank out your NWA, your Run DMC, put it right on in there. Like I said, 10-speed automatic. We open this up. I love the stitch work, but before we open up, you can see it's gloss black. Open this up, 2 cup holders with a 12 volt. I'm a little confused on the placement of that 12 volt, especially if you have some beverages that are leaking or sweating all over the place. You have your button to raise and lower the rear screen, And then armrest, nice soft leather. Look at how everything just kind of flows into it. And here's my favorite part. Look, you could open it up this way, or you could open it up my way. I'll leave it this way so that you could see inside. You have a little sliding party tray for your M&Ms, 2 USBs, an aux jack, and a 12 volt. And you can literally slide a box of Twinkies in there and keep all your toothpicks here to pick all that food out of your teeth. Seats specific to the F-Sport. You got your F-Sport branding. Love the way there's this gold that shines through the perforated material, the Alcantara, the bolstering, power assist for both the passenger and the driver, of course. You do have your key fob. Right now it's wearing the leather condom, but you flip it around, there's the buttons. You could either have the condom on or take the condom off, it's your choice. And then of course up top we have the dual sunroofs, all Alcantara, plenty of headroom, which is wonderful. I mean, of course, if you think that this interior is tight, it's not. There's plenty of room up here, but why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this Lexus LS500. All right, guys, business time. You have 3 memory seat settings for both the driver and the passenger. Look at the leather. Look at this. So when you're adjusting your seat, you're not going to touch plastic. You're going to touch leather. God forbid you touch plastic. You have Lexus on the sill panel here. Another piece of nice brushed aluminum. Steering wheel is F-Sport specific. So you get a little bit thicker steering wheel. The F-Sport branding. Love the contrast stitching all the way around. You got flat black on the buttons and then paddles on the back of the steering wheel to go up and down. That 10-speed automatic transmission. Dash. Full TFT display. In the center, you got your tach, your speedometer. Let me go ahead and get rid of that little information telling us that the door was open. I then can go into different modes. So there's sport. See how the tach changes? Let me get rid of that door open thing. And then here is Sport Plus. So you could see very nice how everything adjusts depending on what mode you're in. And then of course, whatever mode you go into is gonna adjust steering feel, throttle response, all that good stuff. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to probably the best part of this car. Let's check out the back seat and see how your passenger is gonna be living large. All right, guys, we're in the back seat. I wanna show something on the passenger doors. Look at the extra material you get, that nice brushed aluminum on the speaker covers there. Like I said, this Mark Levinson system, it seems like there's a speaker on every square inch of this vehicle. Leather all the way around the back. You have a nice sized pocket in there. You could put a couple bananas, maybe an apple or 2. I wouldn't put any grapes because nobody wants their grapes squished, especially a guy. I wouldn't want my grapes squished. You get to the center stack here, you have 2 AC vents. We open this guy up, you got a 12 volt, plenty of leg room. I'm 6 feet tall. I feel awesome back here. You have dual vanity mirrors, one for me, one for that side. There's more of those speakers all over the place. I feel like I'm sitting in a sound room at someone's house. Leather is soft, and then watch this. Boom, soft material. You then can lift this up. You got 2 USBs. Fill this up with Skittles so you don't scratch the S's off because of the nice felt lining. And then there's your cup holders. And you could get the supersized Slurpee. It's okay because these move. Put it back and we're good to go. Let's roll. But before we do, let's go ahead and check out the trunk space and see how much room you have in the LS500. All right, guys, time to get to the trunk. Real simple to open it. You're gonna press the button. Nice electric assist. It's a little on the slower side. Look at the opening though. It's a little tight on the sides. If you kind of come in from the top, it's a little wider. Now, if you're wondering, well, Joe, how much space do we have back here? You have approximately, and I calculated this with a ruler and a T-square, you're looking at 17 cubic feet of space in the back. That seems like a great amount, and it really is one of the largest in the class. The only challenge is I'm not loving how much width we have. We have more width up top than back here. Close it up, that drops down. Let's go ahead. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this LS500 F-Sport for a spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Fitzgerald Hyundai. We're in the 2019 Lexus LS500 F-Sport. Right away, you really feel that this car is so well built. It is so needle drop, pin drop quiet in here. Unbelievable. So smooth. The seats just cradle you as you would expect from the level of class and quality out of this vehicle. Driving down the road, even though the car is 10 miles long, it's actually easy to drive. Let's see what acceleration is like. On throttle, drops down, the twin turbos spool up, and we are off and running. Really, really neat the way the dash changes colors, the gauge pod changes colors as you get closer to that red line. I do have it in Sport Plus mode. Just wanted to double check at that. Make sure that I'm showing you the utmost in performance from this vehicle. Driving down the road with the 20-inch wheels, the ride is actually very smooth. It's not bumpy at all. You can see in Florida we have our usual flurry of interesting drivers here, but back on throttle, 10-speed drops down, we are off and running. Look at that. And you build up speed very, very quickly in here. It's that quick of an acceleration. Driving down, even at regular speeds, it just soaks up the bumps very, very nicely. Everywhere you're looking, the quality is second to none. The trackpad is cumbersome. Some of the switch gear is dated, but I still think overall it really brings a package of that reliability and that solid feel. Like when you touch the knobs, when you push the buttons, it gives you a click or a feedback that you just don't get on any other car. And that to me is really where it shows that that quality that you get from a Lexus brand. Looking out over the hood, great visibility, even out the back window with the larger headrests. It's got clear view, side mirrors are great, and the feedback you're getting to the steering wheel shows that sporty intention. Because remember, Lexus does race in the IMSA WeatherTech series with the RCF, and they take that technology, that engineering, that development, and they bring it into their street cars. The last time that this car was redesigned was 2018. So it being a 2019, 1 year into the redesign, let's do some acceleration. Let's do this one from a dead stop here. So I'm gonna left foot brake from a dead stop on throttle. Nice sound coming into the cabin, and overall gets the power down very efficiently, very, very smooth. Little bit of weight for that boost to build up, but once she's on, she's hunkering down the road. And you'll be surprised. You look at the speedometer, you're gonna be like, I'm going that fast? That's the challenge when you have a car like this, that it's so quiet, the sound deadening, the thickness of the glass, everything is really gonna just give you a nice, serene experience to the interior. Now, that 12.3-inch display, real easy to see, real nice to look at with the navigation up. It's just like I said, to navigate through that display, through the infotainment system, is really a hassle. I'm sure you'll get used to it after about 10 years of owning it, but it's still cumbersome, and I felt like they could really simplify a lot of the controls in here. Your passengers in the back seats are really going to enjoy themselves. I think one zonk I want to give for them is they don't have any ventilated seats back there or anything, so that would have been a nice touch for a car of this caliber. But driving down, very, very smooth. And this is a car that easily you could drive through a state, and at the end of the day, you're gonna feel very, very comfortable and just ready to rock and roll for the next journey. That's the kind of level of comfort you're gonna get. Brakes feel good, those large calipers, massive rotors. On throttle, here we go. Traction control kicking in. 10-speed is shift smooth. So 10-speed transmission shifts very smoothly. Getting on the binders, you're able to shed speed very, very quickly. And you have a style that just really stands out. But hopefully this gives you a nice overall feel of the Lexus LS500 F-Sport. We're gonna get back to Fitzgerald and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another great day here at Fitzgerald Honda. Definitely gotta thank Rob, the rest of the crew, getting us access to this freshly traded in, barely broken in Lexus LS500 F-Sport. It really goes to show that if you could find one that was just 1 year old, you're gonna save yourself a ton of money and have a vehicle that definitely is gonna be able to go the distance, bring lots of amenities and style that's second to none. But if it's cars like these large sedans that you wanna see on Ready's Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ready's Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Ready's Rise merch. Gotta get it at the Big Guns McGee, Tom Motion, working that camera, sweating it out here in the sun. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.